Okay. I think we're live. Usually it makes a ding sound like bing when we're live. Okay, cool. Well, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, Wednesday is our very first team kind of training. I know there's been a lot of training going on in My Daily Choice actually, from talking to the founder, there's actually been too much training. In his words, there's just way too much training. So basically what we're going to be doing now is Wednesdays, 7:00 Eastern Standard Time. We're going to make this a once a week training. And what else I would like to do is also is pick two people per week to kind of step out of their comfort zone and do a training themselves. And we can go over what topics they feel comfortable with, or I may just give them something to, go research and figure out, the information about that topic. But what I want to do tonight, this is only going to be a 25-minute broadcast, so it's not going to be an hour long. These trainings have to be, short to the point, and then on to the next one. So I'm gonna talk a little bit, and then Sonia is gonna talk a little bit of some things that she's got on her notes. But the biggest thing that I want to talk about tonight, you guys, is that we all watched the Todd Falcone webinar the other day, which I thought was absolutely phenomenal, and a lot of the things that he was talking about really, really resonated with me. And the biggest thing that really resonated with me was, well, there was two things, was mindset and momentum. One of the two things that really, really stuck out with me during that training. And I'm going to go over the mindset a little bit, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about the momentum, the question that our CEO asked, and the answer that Todd Falcone gave was absolutely brilliant. So I want to reiterate that and make sure that you guys understand and that are doing these things as well. So let's get right into it. So I took some notes, as you can see from the webinar the other day, and I'm just going to read them, and then I'm just going to kind of go over and explain, a little bit how I'm doing it, and hopefully you guys can take some pieces away and implement them into your daily routines. So, one of the things is what impacts the mindset. The foundation of your success is based on your beliefs and mindset. It is so unbelievably crucial to make sure when you are in this business, and if you're new, but most of the people that are watching this, they've been with us since day one, is to have a strong mindset equals belief. We are going to get more people telling us that what we're doing is a scam. What we're doing doesn't work. What we're doing is a waste of time and a waste of money and a waste of energy. All that is just negative, just a negative objections. So what we have to do is when we're doing those, when we're hearing those negative things, how are you going to react to them? You know what I mean? How are you going to be able to process when someone says, oh man, you know what, that's a scam? It's so important to make sure that you have a strong belief in what you're doing and a very powerful mindset to be able to look at that person and just kind of let it go over your head and then move on. One of the things that I do with my mindset is every day I wake up in the morning and I say my daily affirmations. One it gets me into the right mindset on how I'm going to approach this, approach the day. And secondly, I listen to 20 minutes. I listen to motivational videos in the morning. And that really, really gets me in the mood. It gets me fired up. It gets the blood flowing. And negativeness can't come towards me. It literally comes within a foot from me and it bounces right away because I do not let it sink in. I don't sit there and let it control my thoughts. Once it comes towards me, it gets away immediately. So mindset, I mean, what does that mean also? I mean, so many people look at it differently. Some people, have different ways of expressing their mindset. But man, oh man, we have to be able to control our emotions in this company. We have to be able to, be leaders. We're leaders, man. We're the ones that are in this from the beginning. So, lost my train of thought there for a minute. So
we gotta have thick skin as leaders.
Okay, mindset. Okay, I was just reading too fast. So a lot of things that you got to ask yourself is, one of the things that I wrote down, and it's actually on one of his slides, is every day you need to ask yourself, am I surrounding myself with the right people? Okay, am I surrounding myself with the right people on a regular basis who support me? That all comes back to your mindset. So when you change a mindset and hanging out with the positive people, you're going to see positive outcome. It's so true. I remember when I first started, everybody was against me and saying that, what I'm doing, I'm going to fail and stuff like that. I literally stopped hanging out with a lot of people because of their negative behaviors. And I started hanging out with more people that were positive, a little bit more successful people. And it really started to make me feel good inside. It made me my belief level go up tremendously. And it actively removes, and by doing that, by changing your mindset and making it a positive mindset and surrounding yourself with positive people every single day, it automatically removes the negativity out of your life. It really does. So there's tons of stuff on the mindset. You can go to YouTube. There's books out there that you could read. I suggest you do that. I suggest you read, some books on a daily basis, like to really help with the direction that you want to go. I'm reading this right now by Gary Vaynerchuk. During my lunch, I read with my lunch, and prepares me for the afternoon. So that's a little bit about mindset. I do want to go into something that really touched home with me, and that was a question that our CEO asked, and that was, what do you do when you or your team or your organization lose momentum? What do you do? And I love the response that Todd Falcone gave. And that was, you go to the bathroom, you look in the mirror, and you ask yourself, what I'm doing is productive. Am I talking to people? Am I sending information out to people? Am I doing my follow-ups? Am I doing team calls? Am I doing three-ways, Skype calls, or anything? Supporting, are you doing those types of activities? Because if you stop doing those, you're not going to get anywhere other than frustration. And when frustration sets in, it's really, really hard to get out of that. So ask yourself that, for those that are watching this and for those that are, are listening in. If you're not seeing any momentum in your organization, ask yourself those questions, write them down and say, what am I doing today that can get me a little bit further tomorrow? So write those things down. Write some of the things that, that help you become productive. Mine is doing follow-ups. Mine is saying good morning to all my leaders. Mine is setting appointments to do Skype calls with my international teams. Sometimes just picking up the phone and randomly calling one of my people in my downline and saying hello and how proud I am of them and what they have done in my daily choice. Lifting people up is something that helps me get to become more productive. So that's a little bit all I'm going to touch on that. There's so much more that I could do, but I just want to keep these real short. So Sonia, if you want to jump in and add to anything that you want, feel free. I know you got a lot of great stuff that you want to share. So I'll let you take the floor.
Thanks, Scott. And I took some notes, even if I was on the same call as you last night. But it's always good to hear it all over again, and you got to put it in your mind. And I mean, that's one thing. If you hear something over and over and over from successful people that has things that you actually want in life, well, that's a clue. And they say success leaves clues. So for me to be, and it's nice that you're reminding us of that, and amazing points that you're bringing up. I do believe that there's a lot of people that don't believe in themselves. They don't believe in, like Scott was saying, the industry or maybe the success. Because a lot of times people, they think, I want to make money, I want to be a millionaire, I want to do this. But do you really want it? Honestly, could you handle it? That's one thing that a lot of people, I think they think they can. And success is something big to handle. And I'm not just talking about having a lot of money, but it's a lifestyle. And you gotta hold yourself as a successful person. Like for me, for example, all my life, I've always wanted to do more. I've always been looking for something. And I know most of you here are like that, because that's what makes us the 1% or the 3%. We're the ones that don't want to have normal. We're not average, and we never fit in. So it's always been about finding something better, or for me, that's how it was. And I'm going to tell you 3 little examples that happened in my life that really got me to learn certain things. So when I was really younger and stupid, I was 15, living with my ex-boyfriend there. I was living quite a party life, and I thought I was invincible. I thought I could do everything. I had no fear. We were doing 4-wheelers, skidoo, and bikes and things like that, and close to pretty much dying from being stupid, And I mean, a lot of people have been kids, and we've done that. And one place I wanted to go with the 4-wheeler, the guys were doing, it was doing a U-shaped thing on a big hill, and it was quite dangerous. And all the guys were doing it, and I thought, I'm going to do it. And I tried, and I tried, and I tried. I tried until I flipped, and the 4-wheeler fell on top of me. And when I was there on the ground, I thought, I am not Superman. And I realized I have limits in my life. And I realized that if you don't plan properly, you're going to get rolled over. Whether it is by life or a 4-wheeler, it's going to happen. So I planned, and I learned, and I did that U-turn thing, or whatever it's called. I don't know how to say it in English, but I did it. So it's just to say, sometimes we approach life or business in a certain way we're not ready. At MDC, we prepare you. If you follow what we have, that box I have right there, or pizza boxes, starter kits, this is getting you guys ready. We need to use it. So I like sharing examples of my life, because it gets you guys to know me a little bit more, and at the same time, that's how you learn, by life experience and struggles. Every time you have something hard going on in your life, step back and look at it. Maybe you're not going to figure it out right away. Maybe it's going to take a year or 2 before you say, that's why that happened. So you get fired, you get dumped, you get sick. Something happens for a reason. So second thing I want to talk about is when I was in high school, I was working 2 jobs because I didn't want to go back on my parents. I was stubborn. I was living with that guy. I quit school, not jobs. I quit high school because I was young and stupid. I ended up working 2 jobs, realized that's not what I want to do. So my struggle of quitting high school when I was in 11th grade showed me I do not want to work 9 to 5. I do not want to work a job. And it got me back in school because that was my only option then. That's what I knew. So I did work harder. When you quit, you can still make it happen. but you're going to have to work harder. I still graduated the same day I was supposed to with the same people my age, but I did 4 years and 3 years. I worked hard. I tend to take the long and hard route. I don't know why. I think I need to learn, and that's why life has brought me here. That's why I take on so much every day, and that's why I'm going to be a super affiliate at MDC. If you have that mindset, guys, that's what it's going to make you a winner. Third story I want to say, college was one of the biggest wake up call, whatever it is for me. It was party life. That's, you know, those 10 years, I'm not afraid to say it, and here I am. I don't live like that no more, but I'm not ashamed and I don't regret anything. But I lived with 4 women. We were all in the same class. We were about to kill each other, okay? I quit college. I quit again. There you go, Sonia quitting. But you know what? I was not in the right environment. So I realized that. The year after, went with a new roommate, wasn't even in my college, went to college, graduated, did amazing, went through with my life. You can quit things. It does not mean that you have to give up. Take a different approach. If your environment that you're in right now, and I'm talking to you about if you're like what Scott meant, if you're with some certain people and you have a lot of people right now that do not understand you, they're not helping you, and they're making you want to quit, change the people you're around. It makes a huge difference in your life, and for me, it did. And I realized then 2 lessons. I can't live with a house full of women, and I definitely need to be with the right environment. And I've felt it. I've been in 2 different network companies for the beginning. From day one, it's apple and oranges. We cannot compare. And I can tell you we have the right people in the right environment. Now, what do you believe in yourself? Do you think you have what it takes? Even if you have no experience, guys, you do not need to be a pro here. And I'm proof of that, because 2 years ago, I didn't even know what online marketing was. So here I am with the top leaders, and you guys can be there too. You got to believe it. And one thing that Todd Falcone said last night, he was in his garage. He was sounding like he was one of the top leaders in his company, and the confidence he had was getting him where he wanted. That's how I got to be at the top where I'm at right now, and that's how I'm going to be a super affiliate. And if you want it, that's how you got to get it. So that's all I'm going to say, because that's all I wrote down. And make sure, oh yeah, last thing is self-development. Focus on me time once a day. Take 5, 10, 20 minutes for you, family time, and of course, business time. Even if you work a 40, 60-hour job, if you're in this to make some money, you gotta make time for it every day. And that's it, boys and girls. Thanks for being here. I just wanted to crush that talk, you know, because it gets me excited to share. And yeah,
I like that. I liked how you used your stories and to paint a picture for everybody. I think that's very unique. You know, that's something that I should do, because I think I have some pretty powerful memories and stories that can really influence and inspire someone out there, and hopefully get them on the right track to you know, a better future, and you know, get their mindset in the right place. So you know, that's something I'm going to work on. I have a tough time sharing my story, but
I know it's not easy.
You know,
but
I guess you got to, you know, if you want to get comfortable, you got to get uncomfortable first. So
yeah,
we're going to wrap this up in the next like 3 minutes. But what we're going to do every week, Sonia, and we'll put these in the group chats, is that we're going to nominate 2 other people, and we're going to do a rotation. And because I think it's important that we get some other leaders, develop some other leaders. There's some great people out there, and I think it's time for them to be heard.
Yeah.
I see a lot of engagement on social media, but I think if people really start to hear who these individuals are, it might really put a spark in the organizations to get them to that next rank advancement, or whatever, that confidence, that belief level. So we're going to start holding some people accountable. Sonia and I are going to talk about who we're going to nominate next. And then we will decide what topic to choose. And then it's their duty to, you know, find out what the best information that they can get off of those topics and provide the information to the masses. I just wanted to just go back real quick on the mindset and really think about what industry you're involved in. A lot of people don't understand that we're in a $182 billion a year industry. And if you keep telling yourself that, you know, on a day-to-day basis, that you're in the right place, you're in the right industry, you're connected with the right people, you know, your life is headed into the right direction. And if you keep telling yourself that every single day, things will start to manifest. It really will. I believe in that. I believe in sending positive vibes out in the universe, and good things will happen into your life. So I'm just going to wrap this up by saying next Wednesday, same time, 7 o'clock. Actually, is it possible that we make it 7:30? Can we make it at 7:30?
I'm okay with that.
Okay, you want to make it at 7:30? So next Wednesday at 7:30, which is
8:30 for me. 7:30.
It'll be May
4th.
May 4th, 7:30. We'll do another Google Hangout. We'll nominate the next 2 people that are going to be doing this. Get them to speak. Get them to start talking. Get them to start feeling comfortable about themselves, and because they need to start presenting. You know, we talk a lot. You know, and it's time for other people to start moving up and really taking action with us.
Well, that's the point. If we want to see that duplication, we need to show them so they can do the same, and this goes on, because we at the top can't always train everybody that comes in, and we need to, you know. So I agree, and I know a lot of people watching this right now and in this group, they're ready. Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think they're ready. So I'm really excited. I can't wait to throw the you and I, when we stop this broadcast, we'll continue to chat.
Yeah.
And nominate our next 2 people and get them out of that comfort zone and get them rocking and rolling. I'm really excited about that. So it is now 7:25. I'm going to end this broadcast. So we will see you guys next Wednesday at 7:30, the 5th. It'll actually be the 8th. Oh, I'm sorry. It'll be the 4th.
The 5th is our launch.
Yeah, the day before launch. So that's really exciting.
Yeah.
And possibly we can, you know, talk a little bit about that here very shortly. So, all right, cool. You guys have a good evening. Thanks for chiming in. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next week. Take care.
Bye, guys.